This is the Gaming Gospel. All right, gentlemen, welcome back.
We back.
Year. Happy post-Thanksgiving.
Indeed.
Word.
Welcome
We
back.
Ermin and German.
We're struggling. I've done 2 Thanksgivings since Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good holiday.
Wait a minute. You done 2 Thanksgiving since Thanksgiving?
I did. So we did Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. Drove back to North Carolina, saw the folks, the in-laws, did Thanksgiving dinner, and then the wife and I hosted a Friendsgiving last Saturday at the house. Cooked the turkey, cooked the ham, sweet potatoes, made some cheesecake. We were
That's what I gave. You know what I gave thanks for?
What'd you give thanks for?
I ain't had to go nowhere, brother. I was home chilling. I ain't had to do nothing. I ain't had to travel. I ain't had to go to Jersey. I ain't gonna have to go to PA. I had to take my butt downstairs on my couch, grab the remote, and I gave thanks for that.
I envy you for that.
It was beautiful.
Same.
You stayed home too, Malcolm? Hell yeah.
And and of course our football team won that day, but then
of course they did.
They screwed.
We still have a chance.
Yo, them you know who's keep giving it to us. So hey, it ain't over until it's over.
Yo. We still got a chance.
You still got a chance. We'll see.
How about the Jets?
They ain't got no chance.
0.
How about that guy Shedeur Sanders?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? He got his shot. He got his shot, and he's doing it.
He no ball right now.
He was just named Rookie of the Week.
They should have kept him in. That whole 2-point situation.
We not even because
that was crazy.
Oh
bro,
man,
how did y'all?
That's another rabbit
crazy,
hole.
Bro.
That's
but
crazy.
Anyway, what's good, Jotato, man?
Yeah, man, it's good to be back,
brother.
So we got a lot going on today. Guys are going to play a little bit of COD. I do apologize, everybody out there watching. I was going to join them today, but the PC is not having it. We're going to talk a little bit about esports in the ed tech space and just globally as a community. And then we're going to talk to the parents. How can we get the kids into esports? How do we do it responsibly? And get that ROI and not just be another butt in a seat playing video games unproductively. So that's our talk for today. But before we get too deep, I do want to ask, what is everybody's favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Ooh.
Macaroni and cheese, bro. Easy. That's the easy one for me.
Okay, I like it.
I'm stuffing, bro. Stuffing and gravy, brother.
I like it.
I like
it, bro. I put the gravy on the bread. Mac and cheese.
Man, look, you literally throw the bread inside the turkey and the bird, cook that John, let it get a little crispy and crunchy on inside the bird. Cook that John, let it get a little crusty on the outside, man. Look, scoop that out, throw it on a plate with a boat of gravy. Man,
I like it.
I like it.
Maximum fat kid, yeah.
Maximum heart attack.
That's all you can be on Thanksgiving, guys. That's all you can be. Calories don't count around this time of year.
Nah, facts.
Speaking of, I'm down 32 lbs.
Let's go. I like it.
My boy trying to get back to 2002.
Yes, sir, Steve. Mr. New Jersey on deck.
Oh boy, trying to get back to 2002.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go, bro.
So
New Jersey on deck.
I'm gonna have to go with the sweet potato casserole. My wife's family makes a mean sweet potato casserole with the pecans and the brown sugar on top. Ugh.
Marshmallow or no?
No marshmallow, just the pecans. Okay. It's basically a dessert without the marshmallow.
Gotcha.
But I can respect the marshmallows for everybody that does the marshmallows on top. I can respect it.
Okay.
All right.
So that's your favorite. That's your favorite Thanksgiving dish.
That's since I've been married into the family. Yeah, that's been the thing.
That's how she got you. Yo.
Yep.
right through the belly, man.
That's how you do it.
Pause.
Yo, we not starting.
I'm not ready for this tonight. Oh God. So we're going into this. You see Call of Duty in the background there for the guys. Call of Duty came out a couple weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago now? 4 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
Talk about this.
And it's It's had some mixed reviews. It's
mixed. It's not mixed. Everybody's hating it.
Everybody's hating, but the campaign's getting some good reviews.
The campaign is dope.
The campaign is tough.
The multiplayer for me, I don't know. It's very sweaty, but I'm having some issues. To be honest with you, I'm having some graphic issues with multiplayer. Like it is delayed in terms of loading the full game. Now, once I get in, the experience is decent, but
okay,
I've had to stop playing it because I've been frustrated by that. So
okay,
I'm on my PlayStation. I'm on my PlayStation, and part of the reason why I haven't made the switch to dual PC is exactly what SylightReel is talking about. Ever since I've made the switch over to PlayStation, from like I was playing fully on my PC, and then as Call of Duty started to actually, all these games are just so heavily graphic intensive. What was happening is that my computer, my CPU and my GPU was maxing out. So I said, yeah, this isn't going to happen. And that's when I made the switch to stream from my PC and play on my PlayStation. And I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So
I think it might have been tied to the stupid graphics card update, bro. You know how when they drop a brand new game and Nvidia drops a graphics card update, which is supposed to drive, the driver update, which is supposed to optimize everything. So it does more harm than good for me a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, bro.
I hate that, bro.
Yeah, bro. It does it changes up all your settings, and that's a part of the reason why I haven't made that switch to dual PC yet, because I'm like, yo, do I really my everything's been smooth, so do I really want to make that switch? And now it's pros and cons to everything, right? When you have that dual PC, them frames and that different
crispicity.
Yep.
Yeah, it's different. You can easily stream at 300-400 frames depending on what type of computer and what type of computer you got. And Sylight, he can easily stream at 300 frames per second and not miss a beat. However, all of the stuff that you got to do to get to that point is just, do I really want to have a dual PC setup, or do I just want to stay with PlayStation and PC? Now, when the Steam machine come out, that's a different ball game right there. But that's for another podcast. Another
day. It's Christmas.
I say Christmas right around the corner. Start adding to that list, Malcolm.
The Steam machine, when is it supposed to come out?
I don't think they have a release date yet. Mm-hmm. I have seen it. I don't think we have a price, and I don't think we have a release date yet. So that's going to be the kicker, right? If it comes out at $1,200, you might as well just build a PC at that point.
Nah, bro. It's still a console though. Like, I feel like it's still gonna have the essence of the console, minus the well, not minus, but plus all of the like Steam capabilities, right? It's gonna have console feel with Steam capability. That's what it is. It's
a computer in a box. Yep. It's literally a computer in a little compact box.
All right, well, I will definitely have a Steam machine and a PlayStation.
I respect it.
That'll be a lethal combo. I give you that.
Steam machine and PlayStation. All the games that I can't put on my PlayStation that I need to go and get on Steam, that's what we're going to do. I think that's going to be the way for me.
I respect it. We'll see. We'll see what it does when it comes out. I've honestly been eyeing those like Steam decks, like the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck, just because I don't play a lot of games on the go. And when I want to play them, I have a Switch. I don't have many games on it because I don't play it that often. And most of those games, when I'm out and about, I'm not really wanting to play them. If I had a Steam Deck, I could be playing half my PC games from anywhere. So I understand
it's
that.
Steam, bro. Steam, when you have the ability to play Steam on the go, bro, that just opens up a lot of things. And even going back to the initial conversation, these Steam Decks and even the Rogue from Xbox, man, I was watching the Nuke Squad play Call of Duty on all of those machines, and I was like, man, they're all flawless machines, bro. They can run Call of Duty, but you got to think to SylightReel's point with the Steam machine. Those little handhelds, they're like literally mini computers with super high end graphics cards and CPUs on the inside, and they run Call of Duty really, 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 really well.
Exactly.
I mean, it takes you back to the whatever. I'm dating myself. It takes you back to the days of the PSP Go. Remember the PSP Go, man? That was the original Steam Deck, man. Like,
Yeah, the PSP, but you want to really age yourself, man. What was it
I
called?
didn't say I was doing all that, cuz.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what was it called? The joint from Sega? I can't think of it. The
They
handheld
did have a
Sega.
handheld. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, the joint that was flipped, like slid up.
Yeah, it was a yeah. Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hold on. It was a handheld
Engage.
Sega.
Was it the Engage? Or no,
Nah.
that was not. No, that was the first phone / gaming device. The Engage. Y'all know nothing about that.
I don't
Y'all
know
wet
about that
behind-
one.
Y'all wet behind the ears. Look it up, chat.
A Game Gear.
Game Gear.
Yeah, Game Gear.
I was like, Dad, why I can't think of it?
So
The Game Gear.
So back to Call of Duty though. All these all this throwback. I know it's, we love nostalgia. We're gonna save that for another episode too. We got that one coming for you guys, so stay tuned. But how are we feeling with the new Call of Duty? I do see a lot of competitive players saying that Call of Duty's kind of shot itself in the foot because of the way they toned back some of the aim assist. So some of these players that have been playing for all this time, they're having to relearn how to play Call of Duty. The movement's not quite where it was for some of the people. How are we feeling about all of that?
Movement is A1 to me.
Yeah, movement wise,
Movement is A1,
really
bro.
fits my play style.
Super fluid, bro.
Especially with the Azeron. Like I can 100% say that it is butter. It is definitely fluid. It definitely suits my aggressive gaming style with, the slides and the ability to ADS like during slides. Like it is just quick and I like that. But I'm just having too many glitches with it. So I really haven't put any playtime into it like I normally would. My playtime that I've had available, honestly, is going to another game, which I'm not going to talk about because we're focused on COD. So I'm gonna let Malcolm go ahead and talk about COD.
Yeah, so to SylightReel's point, movement is buttery smooth. Movement is super duper smooth. And to be quite honest with you, I would prefer to play without aim assist. To be honest with you, I want to be a controller player without aim assist. I think that levels out the playing field and gives you the ability to fire and ADS much faster. Because what happens, and I actually tested this out, I was playing Fortnite the other day, and what happens is that when your aim assist is so strong, it pulls it can pull your crosshair. Like if your crosshair is right directly in the middle, it'll pull your crosshair if your aim assist is strong enough. And it does the same thing on Call of Duty. If your aim assist is super strong, it'll pull your crosshair and it'll the trajectory of your fire will be off. So me personally, I rather would just tune my controller where I could play without aim assist and be able to keep. I feel like that will also make me a faster player as well. Like when you talk about multiplayer and Warzone, the gameplay is extremely fast. Like I want to be able to move much faster, and I do feel at times because of the pull at aim assist, it can absolutely slow you down. So that's just Malcolm personally, my own personal preferences. Because on a computer you don't have aim assist if you're a keyboard and mouse player. So I'd rather just level the playing field and let's just go ahead and rock without the aim assist. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I always turn down the aim assist because to your point, it will overcompensate for you and it ends up messing you up more than it ends up helping you. So like for Battlefield, for the longest time, I know Battlefield 5, I had it turned down. I think to like 30 or 40%. So I was still getting a little bit, but not enough to really pull my aim. Battlefield 6, because you guys know that's my game. I have it on 50% right now. I plan to turn it down a little bit more, but the gunplay is just a little bit different. I haven't gotten as used to it because I haven't put as much time into it yet. But I definitely agree.
Jote, are you on console for those?
So Battlefield, I've been playing on PC, but with a controller.
Okay. Yeah.
And Call of Duty and Battlefield 5, I was on PS4. I wasn't on PC at that time.
What do you prefer?
So I'm a little weird. I will say that. I feel more competitive with the controller because that's where all my muscle memory is. That's what I've been playing with for my whole life. When I'm on PC for certain games, I do like playing with mouse and keyboard. Depending on the game, like Arc Raiders, was probably what Steve was going to talk about. I've been playing that with mouse and keyboard. Only the other day I tried playing it with controller, just because I feel more competitive. I'm more comfortable and know what I'm doing with the controller versus the keyboard. But third-person games on PC, I tend to gravitate mouse and keyboard. First person, I tend to gravitate towards that controller.
Interesting.
What are I haven't it's on my PlayStation. I haven't played Arc Raiders yet. Like Arc Raiders, Battlefield, and Call of Duty, all for the most part kind of came out all around the same time. And right now on Twitch, Arc Raiders is kind of, for a little while, Battlefield had that top spot. Call of Duty, when it first came out, had the top spot for a little bit, but then it went back and forth. Arc Raiders, Battlefield. Now I'm starting to see Arc Raiders is really starting to get a lot more viewership across the Twitch platform, and I'm actually starting to see a lot of higher tier streamers play more Arc Raiders than some of the other first person shooters that just recently came out. And I think that, and I haven't been able to play Arc Raiders. However, I think mission-based games are like always win. I think mission-based games always win. And even going back to the campaign with Call of Duty, like it being mission-based and also it having that co-op feel as well. Like we, Sylight and I, we played through the entire campaign on Call of Duty. And I think that's why Arc Raiders is winning, because it's a continuum of missions, right? And that's why Battlefield wins too, because it's a continuum of missions, and you have to do the missions even when you're in like a battle royale type of situation on Battlefield. You have to do missions inside of the battle royale, and I think that is what makes the real difference between Battlefield, Arc Raiders, and Call of Duty. Like inside of Warzone, you're not doing those layers of missions like how you're doing in Battlefield and Arc Raiders.
Well, yes, but here's where Arc Raiders has grabbed me to the point where I feel like the concept of it is almost unbelievable, because yes, it is mission based, but it is penalty driven against mission based, right? Like the strategy and the penalty of a failed strategy is what is so addictive about Arc Raiders, because you deploy and yeah, you have a primary objective, but you have an option to bypass that primary objective and get your ass back downstairs, right? Below ground. And I'll give everybody a little bit more detail, but I'm saying like you could bypass your primary objective and be rewarded for it, or you could bypass your primary objective and be penalized if you get caught, or you could go for your primary objective and get it, or you could go for your primary objective and again fail and get penalized, right? So that layer of risk, right? That risk factor that's added to the game gives you a whole nother decision tree dynamic that elevates the game. Then when you overlay the proximity chat and the different agendas of the people that you run into, bro, like you could be doing all the stuff that I just described, and come to near somebody who basically has it. It's a decision point for them. Do I help this person or do I rob and kill this person? Right. So it's like, bro, it is literally all the duties, all the the battlefields and freaking Mad Max and the Thunderdome all in one, bro. Like it's so crazy because you could literally stick to the script of the game and just be straightforward and go get your objective and try to get back down underground and redeem it and get your rewards and all that. Or you could go completely rogue and be like Negan, right? And lead a faction of ninjas that's just out looking for people to raid and be like this super crime lord. That's what I ultimately want to be. I want to get enough people where I got a whole group and we just going out and murking ninjas, right? And taking
it's
so yo, Sylight Mafia, yo.
Exactly, bro. That's what I want, but I just don't have enough people yet that have got into it to be able to formulate that. But I'm working on it.
It's a lot of fun, Malcolm. You definitely need to get in there. I think you'll get addicted to it, just like Steve did.
The only thing that is holding me back, and that's the one caveat of PlayStation into my computer, is that I can't talk through my game chat. So that sucks.
Yeah, I understand that. I could play, and that's why I kind of made the push to PC, or at least playing on the PC, so I could do both. But let's actually rank these now that we brought Arc Raiders into the mix. Let's give them a loot score. So we're gonna go legendary to junk. We got Arc Raiders, Call of Duty, Battlefield.
What's in the middle? Is it just legendary or junk?
Legendary, like a Fortnite loot drop. So legendary, rare, or legendary, epic, rare, common, junk. Let's start with the subject matter for today that we're playing, Call of Duty. Where are we going to put that on that scale?
Let's.
I'd have me. Go ahead, man.
I'm going with rare. I'm going with rare because campaign is lit. Like initially, everybody was hating on campaign, but campaign I think might be the best part of Black Ops. Might be the best part of. Hold on, let me sit up here. Might be the best part of Black Ops. So I'm going to go. However, all of the other stuff that comes with Black Ops, multiplayer, they brought back some of the old stuff, old multiplayer maps. Hijacked, Raid is backed, and I love those two levels. So I'm going to go with rare with Black Ops. What you got? What you guys highlight?
I'm going common.
Jesus.
I am. Like, I literally, when we played campaign, I thought to myself, oh, Call of Duty might have me, bro. And then I started playing multiplayer and it just wasn't it. Like, there was too many cheaters. First of all, because we played it right away. We played it early. So it was ninjas out there like just getting ridiculous kill streaks with snipers that were things that didn't even make sense, right? So of course that left a bad taste. Pause. But just the technical difficulties that I had been having with it have just kind of turned me away to it. And then it just started to just become like don't get it wrong. What I do like is the throwback maps, like the ship and you know what I mean? Like the throwback maps, gave me that sense of nostalgia. So I was cool with that, and I was cool with campaign, and the mechanics are cool. But like everything else that I was experiencing, the experience of it just made it common for me. It kind of brought me back to COD. You know what I mean? But that's your game. My other games for me give me a better sense of excitement. So
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to play Arc Raiders yet, so I cannot, I can't rate it.
Okay. Steve?
man, I just don't have enough time to play as much Arc Raiders as I would. That's just what it comes down to. Like I literally, you will get maybe 2 or 3 deployments, and you're pressed for time in your deployment because if you don't make it to extraction or whatever, obviously you lose.
Mhm.
But it's like if you go full, it takes enough time where you go back downstairs, you got to recraft, you got to, you know what I mean? Like there's so many layers and parts to the game that it
Mhm.
takes a while to play it. But once you get out there in that open world, bro, like your senses go from 0 to 1,000, and I love it. I love it. So I'm going epic. I'm going with an epic chest on that one.
Okay, so we're going epic. We didn't quite hit legendary, but we're going epic. I would agree, Steve. I would probably go epic on that as well, because part of what you're saying, where it takes so much time to get to that point of being competitive. If you don't have the time to put into the game, you're just at a disadvantage all the time. You don't have the weapons to compete, you don't have the shields to compete, the loot to compete, and then if you go in there and just get dogged by a guy that's been playing all day every day with all the best loot and the best guns and the best equipment, you lost all the stuff that you had that was good going in and trying to play and have a good time. So I'm with you there, but it is a ton of fun
Yeah.
on that.
I would say it will probably grow when we get more people to
Mhm.
form our faction, right? Because I even saw I saw this one clip of this one guy, and it was probably about 10 different squads that all teamed up together to
Mhm.
fight like the monster or
Yep.
whatever. And literally he lined all of them up in a line, and he was like, okay, nobody do anything until we say go. And he said go, and like 40 threw like grenades and all. Yo, it was dope. It was so dope. So like if you ever get to that point with that game where
Yeah.
you have enough friends or enough uh people working with you on particular missions or objectives, it'll get legendary.
Yeah. All right, last one, Battlefield. I'm gonna let you guys go
That's all
first.
you, Joe Tato. That's all you, bro. Like literally, I downloaded what was it, Red Sec,
Mm-hmm.
Red
right?
Sec.
But I haven't been able to play it. I
I
And that's
played.
because I've been too busy.
Okay.
That
I
one's
played
because I've
it.
been too
I
busy.
played it. I actually want to play, and actually, Sidelight, we probably need to do this over the Christmas break. We probably do need to download the get the actual game. When I played Red Sec, and I think I've been, I don't want to say jaded, but I'm just used to wanting to play fast because I played so much Call of Duty, and I probably need to play it again so that's not my gauge of
Mm-hmm.
how I judge a game. Um, but when I my first 2 games, my first couple of games, I was just like, I can't grab it. It's just moving too slow for me, and because of the slowness or the lack of speed, right? I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. So for at the moment, it's a common for me. However, I did not play the actual full game. And I think if I gave the full game a chance
Mm-hmm.
along with the campaign, I would probably change my rating. But for now, because I've only played Red Sec and it was so slow, I'm like,
That's
common for me right now, bro.
understandable. And Call of Duty and Battlefield are definitely two very different first person shooters. They're
They
nowhere
are.
even close. You can't compare them other than they're first person shooters.
Right.
I'm gonna go rare on this one, and that might come as a surprise because Battlefield is my preferred first person shooter. They did a lot of good things with Battlefield 6. They came out of the gate, they really redeemed themselves from Battlefield 2042 with this one, with a lot of the community. There are still a lot of people that don't like some of the changes they're making in the patches or some of the gunplay and stuff like that. Um, I'm really enjoying what I play of it. I play a lot of just the big battle modes, so like breakthrough, conquest. With RedSec, that free to play, I think that was really smart on their part, giving a free to play option for people that aren't normally playing Battlefield. And within that, the Gauntlet mode, I think, is going to be a sleeper for a lot of those newer players because it gives you the Call of Duty multiplayer feel of having, a round to round type of game mode and it does still have objectives, so you still get Battlefield in that sense. But it's not a battle royale. It is, round based. It's squads versus squads, and it's score based.
You got to use a strategy when you play Gauntlet,
right? And then it's a little bit easier to get into right out of the gate if maybe you're not a battle royale player, but you're also used to Call of Duty where it's not as many players on the map. So it gives a good mix. I really enjoyed that mode. I know some people don't. In the core Battlefield community, but I think that's actually a really fun mode. Probably one of my favorite parts of Battlefield 6 right now.
So what are you hearing, Joe Tato, about new prospective Battlefield players? Like, are you getting a sense that strategy, that RedSec introductory strategy is working?
Only time will tell. I mean, typically what happens with Battlefield, right? As soon as Call of Duty comes out, they drop a huge part of the player base because those people that are typically playing Call of Duty are checking out Battlefield until the new Call of Duty comes out. This year with Black Ops 7, it doesn't seem like that's the case, and Battlefield is staying higher up on the player charts than Call of Duty is. So I do think it is playing a part in that. It is attracting those players that maybe typically only play Battle Royales, and now there's one in Battlefield that's actually pretty good that they can play. But I think the people that maybe go to RedSec and play that and are like, hey, this is pretty good, maybe I'll actually buy the game and play the rest of it, that's going to start to translate more as we get to the holidays and into next year. In my personal opinion. And a lot of the streamers I watch, they're core Battlefield players. That's their main game. And they have pretty decently sized communities around them that they all play with. So a lot of the player base in those communities are the same people I've seen across all the Battlefields since I've started streaming. So I think only time will tell if they can stay higher up on those player charts over like the Battlefields, the Call of Duties of the world. I think that'll be a telling sign that they've kind of turned the franchise around a little bit.
Only time will tell then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we need to actually push forward with the full game before I could give you an actual rating.
It's Christmas.
It's coming. All right, guys. So
hey.
Oh,
no, my bad. Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, hey, to Malcolm's point, we got some time coming up where we can let the rest of the world's activities subside and just focus on some gaming. So
exactly,
that gives us a good opportunity to really delve into some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let's kind of dive into our kind of the meat and potatoes of today. Excuse me. We're going to talk esports and culture. I know that's kind of a big sector that you guys are in with Futures First Gaming and FFG Central there in Delaware, and really kind of building that community up in your local area. Here in Atlanta, we have Ghost Gaming and Skillshot Media really building the gaming and esports community here locally in Atlanta. And then we have different pockets of these communities kind of scattered about the country. So first things first, you guys talked last episode about you started Futures First Gaming and then COVID hit, and you immediately had to go from what probably would have been an in-person model to an online model to really grow the FFG community and the FFG brand. So talk to me a little bit about kind of building that online presence as an esports organization, maybe some of the challenges you guys saw in that, and what you think people need to know if they're looking to create their own kind of community, either digitally or in person, kind of in this space.
Yeah, I'll start. I'll say, you kind of captured it, right? Like we were set to go. We were set to really kick off our company with an in-person thing. COVID hit. We had to adjust, right? So I would say that it really came down to a shift in mindset from a community management standpoint to get people to understand how to leverage virtual gatherings and virtual community even more. So like when you think about what happened with all businesses, right? Like or all in-person opportunities, they started going virtual, but there was a steep learning curve, and especially from an engagement perspective. So well, let me go back a little bit. Schools, right? They started having Zoom classes or Google classes and all that stuff. And what was one of the biggest things that they would say? Oh, the students always had their camera off. They're not engaged, blah, 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 right? Like companies had to start adapting to having meetings and productivity shifting to remote workforces. What were the company's issues? Oh man, employees don't even know how to use Zoom, or there's too many unmuted microphones and a lot of stuff happening in the background and all that stuff. So like big picture, it came down to being comfortable in this environment and really like getting a lot of people past that initial learning curve of this is the new way to gather, right?
Mhm.
So the same kind of translates to from a gaming perspective, how we had to build and scale was, of course, gamers were online and they were already one to oneing online through like gameplay and sort of, the whole live faction of gaming
Mhm.
online, but now starting to gather them online through community opportunities like Discord or whatever. Like there wasn't that ability to engage in getting to know outside of just gaming because you weren't able to be in person. So what we had to do was to be able to build that um, opportunity, yes, to game, but to also build the community aspect of it.
Mhm.
So we definitely were like, okay, what is this Discord situation all about, right? So we absolutely had to scale and ramp up quickly on Discord, and it wasn't just about okay being uh posting something. It wasn't fishing, right? It wasn't
Mhm.
about posting something and waiting for people to comment. It was
Mhm.
about actively building channels and then seeding those channels with content or uh uh you know video chats or hey, we're going to be voice chat. Hey, we're going to be in the general channel from 2 to 4 p.m. if anybody wants to talk about A, B, or C, right?
Mhm.
Like it came down to seeding and being able to understand what was making each of these individuals who may be coming into the Discord, because it was a new opportunity to connect with people who gamed, but now you had to get to know them, right? And so
Mhm.
that's really fundamentally what helped us to begin to grow, because we started to understand more and more people on a one-to-one, and then a community to community, and then a sort of channel to channel basis. And as we were doing that, then we were learning about career path opportunities and starting to be able to present those. So it came down to us getting comfortable um, in the space, and then understanding what the opportunities in the space, but it also came down to trying to build that sense of community in a remote environment.
Yeah, COVID really exacerbated. Did I say that right?
Hmm.
Exacerbated?
Exacerbated.
Yep.
Exacerbated? Yeah.
English is hard.
Yeah. Um yeah, yeah, and it forced us to utilize technology in a way that we needed to do, but I think the bulk of the world wasn't prepared to do yet. And to SylightReel's point, being able to gather differently, right? It's we so with that point of being able to gather differently, I don't want to miss this. We were able to pivot those gatherings really, really fast, right? And I think that helped us to build our community the way that we did because we were able to pivot so extremely fast in from a community and education perspective. But we're not talking about the education, just more so the community piece, right? We pivoted online so fast, and that helped. And when I say fast, I mean Sidelight. What was it like a week? And we were
Right.
like, "Yo, we about to do this online."
We had
Like,
no
and
choice.
yeah, we had no choice. And I forever give kudos to Sidelight for having that vision so quickly, because him having that vision so quickly and us being able to pivot and execute on that vision so quickly literally changed the game for us and
It put us
put us
ahead
on
of
a
everybody else. Yeah,
it put us
actually.
ahead of everybody else from a community perspective, because through that whole year 2020, when I mean we were building communities everywhere. I mean, especially from the education perspective. I mean, boy oh boy, we went crazy um building community in that way, with people from New Jersey, people from Atlanta, people from Vegas. I mean, when we did, that was the first year. And, the culmination of the community, I really felt was it, when we did that first pandemonium. When we did our first pandemonium, and I had just 14 hours, Sidelight, and I don't think I'll ever forget it, because that was like the culmination of making that pivot and building the community so quickly. We were able to tap in to that community and put on a phenomenal event from a digital perspective. Like, so when you talk about, being able to build community and have people gather differently, I feel like we were, especially here in Delaware and beyond, man, we were pivotal and we were innovators in that particular space because we pivoted so quickly. And that was indirectly our North Star as we moved into as we went through 2020 and then went into 2021 with all the things that we did. So, I mean,
We what it really came down to was the fact that we were so nimble that we
yes,
could just do whatever we wanted to do tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Like there was no red tape. We didn't have to get, approvals, or we didn't have to go up to, you know what I mean? Like department A and say, "Hey, we want to do this." It literally was, "All right, yo, next weekend we're going to do a Madden tournament. Let's go on and blitz everybody that we know on Twitter or on Facebook or on whatever community, Instagram, and come up with a flyer and say, 'Yo, join our Discord, and if you want to do a Madden tournament, we're going to do one next week.'" All right, Matt, we did a Madden tournament. Cool. All right, let's do a Fortnite one next week. Right? So it was just, we just were trying stuff because
we could do it so
we
fast.
could do it, and
Mhm.
one, we didn't have to put out any sort of expenses in terms of finding a venue or heavy marketing or whatever. It was literally, yo, like, join our Discord. If you play Fortnite, here's what we're gonna do, and here's the prize pool. Or if you play Madden, we're gonna have it. It's like we took it back to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, come over to the dorm, and the first 16 people that come to the dorm and want to play Madden, what I mean, pay you a little $5, and here's the tournament. So we took that philosophy and adopted it online, and the byproduct was each week we started getting more and more people into the Discord. Even if they weren't playing, they were coming into the Discord because it was somewhere to go in the midst of COVID.
Yeah. I think one thing that I hear from both of you, talking about that is the intention behind it. You can make a Discord for anything, but if you just make a Discord, just to have a place and you don't have any intention behind what that Discord's for, it's going to fail, and it's going to fail every time. So like with you guys, you had to pivot from a business perspective and really build that digital community up to make the business work at that time for COVID, because there was no in-person events, there was no in-person places to do these things. There was a lot of intention behind that because there was really something to grasp attached to it. Right. I think one person that I see that has a Discord community, and quite a few people that I know that have Discord communities that are very intentional with the way they run things. One is my buddy James from Futures First Gaming. That's you guys, Gamers We Care. He has what was originally a console Battlefield clan that he became a part of. They were a competitive clan, and he took over as the president, CEO, whatever you want to call it, of this digital community, and really turned it into a brotherhood of gamers. They play all types of games now. Shout out to TFR. And then our friends over on Team Zook / Overly Mediocre Gamers, Rick Shade, also one of the streamers and ambassadors for Gamers We Care. They host every Friday a Battlefield server, and every Friday it fills up and people are playing and they're having a good time and no one's complaining. No one's talking trash. Well, maybe a little bit of trash talk, but like there's intention behind it. So there's always new people coming in. There's always people engaging and sharing their content, sharing their community nights. Digital communities, they work, but you have to have intention behind it.
Yeah. And that was to your point, right? It started out as, okay, we couldn't gather in person, so at least here's the gathering place online. But then, as Malcolm alluded to, we started to say, okay, what are we learning about the gaming community and the opportunities, and why can't we share that in this place that we built for people that may not have access to the types of information or the opportunities that we're learning about, right? So it became it's interesting that I'm actually doing this now, but it became a community and learning hub, right? And so then it went from that to then being able to empower individuals to be part of the management of the Discord, right? So that one, it didn't get stale because we weren't the only ones just doing stuff, but it took on a life of its own because we had people that were community members that were vested, and we empowered them to be able to do things in the Discord and run the Discord and manage the Discord and contribute to it and all of that. But we always wanted to be intentional about it being a reflection of our company brand too. And so in addition to all of those things that brought it to life, we had to make sure that it was a digital representation of who we are. So not only became a community hub and a learning hub, but it took on the type of personality that reflects FFG. We don't allow toxicity, right? We don't allow sexism. We don't allow, self-promotion for, unshared purposes, right? Like there are things that Discord, if you were to pick it up and say, okay, I'm going into this Discord and I'm seeing what's happening in this Discord, and then you overlay that on FFG, the company, it is an exact representation of the company. So
love that.
And we, Sylight and I, have talked about really diving deep back into, because our North Star now has, and I'm glad we're in a position where we can consistently pivot and do well when we pivot. Going back to that, our North Star, well, one of our North Stars, right, is really getting back to the essence. Well, no, I don't want to say getting back. That's not the right. Well, that's not it, right? Exploring it more than what we have before, right? And really, because with a lot of the content that we're creating now at a high level, we're able to build our community that much faster. So SylightReel and myself, being able to drive the growth of the community through the content. That's something that we've been talking about for quite some time, and now we're finally in that space to really scale that content up and grow our community that much faster.
Absolutely. And I think, part of that, you brought it up a second, in education, right? Like, you can build a community in the school. It doesn't have to be outside the school. So if if you're out there and you are a gamer, you want to do this at school with your friends, you want to have a team, you want to compete, you can make that community there. And there's some awesome resources that we have in our source material for today. And we'll get into that in a little bit, kind of what you can do and how you can build that. But why don't we let these guys get into a game real quick? I see this Black Ops menu kind of floating around behind them, but I want to see them in action. I don't know about everybody else watching.
All right, Mal, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Hopefully this won't be won't reflect my frustrations with this game. I should have hopefully have had enough time. All my shaders should be loaded, so we'll see what happens.
I believe
what
in
game
you.
mode? All right, so
yeah, we're in multiplayer.
All right,
Just
so I think on my filter I have okay, this is team deathmatch. All right, cool. Yeah, I think my filters, I set my filters. I only play like 4 game modes: team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, and kill confirmed.
Perfect.
That's like me.
So okay, cool.
Back in the day when I played Call of Duty, those were my game modes. Those were the 4.
Team deathmatch it is, looks like. What do we have a vote? Any particular vote, Mal? Classified for gym print?
I always go classified, bro. I always want to do random.
Okay.
I like it.
There it is.
Malcolmlocs roll the dice.
Yeah. Now, chat, do not hold this against me because I know I'm going to be trash. This is Malcolm's game.
I've been playing Fortnite lately, though.
Yeah, well, you know how I get down. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to discussing this most recent season of Fortnite because it is actually enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. But today's focus is COD. All right, flagship it is.
So I see what you guys are rocking. Do you guys what is your weapon of choice when you guys are playing this? Or I guess weapon class. Right now, are you more an assault rifle, SMG?
I'm an AR. I'm an AR guy.
Definitely AR.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus. However, I do like the automatic pistols.
I see that.
They have automatic pistols on Fortnite now, and they are bananas. Fortnite want to be Call of Duty so bad.
Mm-hmm. That's actually something I heard. A coworker of mine, he plays a lot of Fortnite. He's actually not liking the new season because he feels like
the new season is crack.
He feels like it's getting a little too close to Call of Duty in some of the gunplay.
Gunplay, the mechanics, the types of strategy focus, like even the. See, I don't even have a kill, bro. This is.
Did you hear that they're bringing out a new, like, Warzone type, first-person shooter with Fortnite? Did you guys hear that?
I have not.
Oh god, he just jumped right. Yeah, they're bringing out a new like first-person. You know how they brought out ballistics mode for Fortnite? They're bringing that out with like a Warzone type feel to it.
I hate ballistics.
Yeah, ballistic is trash.
I hate it. I hate that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Game so much.
Yeah, Fortnite Call of Duty. Fortnite. Sheesh, Fortnite want to be Call of Duty so bad, bro.
Which is funny because when Fortnite really came out and took over and created the battle royale scene, everybody wanted to be Fortnite. And now it seems like it's flipping.
Oh yeah, because Warzone. Well, yeah, when Warzone, you know what I mean. But bro, I literally am like 0-12, bro.
Okay, it's your first game out, bro. You know how that go.
Yeah, you gotta get a warm up in.
Yeah,
this just ain't me. Keep Malcolm primary on this one.
I'm not doing terrible. This is my first game out in a while. I'm not doing. Oh,
look at that guy laying down right there.
He was just sitting there like
he's playing Battlefield.
Literally, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Now, one thing I will say, the Black Ops 6, the movement was a little crazy for me. A little too fast.
Oh yeah, that movement was OD. People
so,
jumping around all over the place.
Yep. And so I know they turned it down a little bit. You still have the Omni movement, but I know they toned it back a little bit in this one. So I could possibly get into this, but I don't know. Battlefield's just kind of got me. Battlefield and Arc Raiders right now.
You could take my spot, Jotato.
Brother,
this ain't it.
If my computer would cooperate with us today, I would have been in there with you guys, probably getting dumpstered too.
Like, look at this freaking dog, bro. Like, what
the dog, bro?
The gun dog. Like, bro, I have 0 eliminations, bro.
I literally got 7.
I believe in you,
bro. I have 100. I don't. I have 150 points, bro, total.
Oh man.
It's all right. It's a warm up.
Yeah, it's a warm up.
Everybody gets one, Steve.
I'm changing my loadout. I'm going. We typically
do 3.
That's true.
But you know, maybe not today.
We get 2 in. I think we got time for 2.
Yeah, we get 2 in.
This ninja just hit me with a grenade in my back. Pause.
Oof.
I'm not gonna say what I just thought of. Not gonna do it. We're gonna keep it PG.
Right, it bust all on my back. Pause.
Oh.
That's SylightReel. I was shooting
SylightReel. Oh, hey, Malcolm.
Hey. Oh. Damn. Oh, 4 of them on that right side.
So now this...
I still see the shadows.
Dang.
Malcolm, I think I died right next to you.
One thing I've noticed with Call of Duty, and maybe it's just me, and it's because Call of Duty's been around so long, all the maps are almost designed the same way.
Yeah, that small, contained.
Yep, they very much almost have a MOBA layout. There's 3 lanes to every map with some verticality to it. And I think that's kind of a big learning curve for people going from Call of Duty to Battlefield to Call of Duty.
Yeah, because Battlefield's wide open.
Battlefield's wide open. Now, they do have the smaller game modes, but even within that, the maps are still a lot bigger than you would feel in a Call of Duty.
Oof. Unfortunately, the market is not forgiving and competent. Can I get something to drink? I am thirsty.
Get something to drink. I came prepared, my guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't want to see what I got next to me. It's Thirsty Thursday.
It's Thirsty Thursday over there in SylightReel's house.
Yes, it is. It is. Actually, I didn't cook today because my son had a basketball game.
Okay.
So after that, we went to Seasons for dinner, and it's Seasons Pizza.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have those down in ATL, but Seasons Pizza. And they have these things called Ciso Bites. Basically, they're chopped up chicken, slightly breaded, deep fried, and then coated in a sauce of your choice.
That sounds dangerous.
It is, but I didn't order that. Radar ordered that, so Radar went ham on that. I ordered a personal white cheese vegetable pizza, but I got hot sauce on the side, and I was dipping that thing in that.
Yes,
So yes, dinner was lovely. All that to say, dinner was lovely, but it's Thirsty Thursday, so I've got my bottles right here. I don't want to, display those on.
I was trying to tell Silent
on GG.
We should wait till his birthday, but he's like, no.
No, Ninja, we ain't waiting for nothing. It's Thirsty Thursday. Just like you, he on this our deck. Where my mortgage at, bro? Where the mortgage at?
I don't know, bro. It's still our deck.
Oh,
It's still our deck.
You're gonna come home one day. Malcolm's moved into the deck. He's got a whole sunbed out
Word.
10 days
grilling.
late. You 10 days late, man. December 1st was 10 days ago, bro.
Yo, hey,
hammock.
Joe, I'm gonna be out there grilling.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
bro.
brand new grill.
You will catch 17 plus 1 if you touch my grill.
Side got a new
That's
grill,
a no.
bro.
That's a no.
Side got the new grill.
Nobody touches
that's
the grill,
funny.
bro.
Now, this
Nobody
is a map
puts baby
I
in the corner.
recognize.
What, standoff?
Yeah, this is from Modern Warfare 2019, isn't it?
Yep.
That's the...
Nobody puts.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just talking shit.
Okay, no. Malcolm, don't touch his grill.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in the corner.
Man, look, listen, bro. Sylight, the last time, man, look, listen, Sylight, that grill has done wonders for Malcolm in in my life. Oh,
Nicely done. I saw that.
That grill became the wingman.
Yep, on levels.
I see you.
All right, here we go. I'm here.
So Modern Warfare 2019 is probably the last time I really played a decent
see what I'm
amount
talking
of Call
about?
of Duty.
I actually
look at my screen. Look at my screen. You don't even see my my gun.
I do see that.
Look at that. You don't even see my weapon.
Oh.
Wow. So these are those glitches you're talking about. I'm gonna put you on the big screen for a second. You're out here killing people though with no gun in your hand.
With no weapon in my hand, I'm out here murking.
Maybe that's the move.
Look at that, chat.
That's crazy. But historically,
there it is. Look, there it is.
It's back. Yep, I see it now. Historically, though, I feel like Call of Duty typically has more problems on PC, especially closer to that release, than it does on console.
Whatever it does, it is making me upset. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even I'm tempted to just uninstall and reinstall, but I'm like, I don't even know if that'll correct the issues.
So they'll eventually get it all patched out, I'm sure. I would hope, anyway.
I don't know. Sylight, this ain't the first time, and this ain't the first Call of Duty that Sylight beat.
No, I understand, but god darn, bro. It's for an individual who's already Call of Duty skeptical.
Jesus Christmas. Oh gosh, I think that other guy got aimbot, bro. Yeah, bro. He's like
just beaming people.
I gotta watch this. Yeah. Okay, that man, I don't know, man. He might have aimbot, dog. Like people do be cheating.
It be cheaters, bro.
You know what's crazy? I saw
Tons
a video
of them in this.
I saw a video not that long ago of it was a guy reacting to a video of another guy who was making a video teaching people how to cheat in a game without getting caught. And it's just crazy the length that people will go to cheat at a game.
Right, and then talk shit like they actually
exactly.
doing something.
Like they're over here playing the game like they're good, like they learned how to play the game, but that's not what's happening.
Hey, I actually got a kill.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Just had to get that warm-up game in.
Yeah, okay. I got 2.
Okay.
How many is Malcolm? How many you got, Malcolm? 15?
I got like nah.
2's better than 0.
Man, I only got 3, bro.
Oh, he got 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trash, bro. I'm trash.
This game stresses me out. You know,
listen, don't get me stressed out. I always be stressed out over the game.
I wasn't stressed out. I'm actually haven't been. I haven't been as stressed out as this one as I was as Black Ops 6 though.
Yeah, 'cause Black Ops 6 was wild.
Let's go melee.
I played it for a little bit, but it was a little too much. The gunplay, the movement was a little too much for me.
Yeah, dude, like ninjas are jumping around, throwing knives while they're jumping, hitting you with a bullet and a knife at the same time off of like one combination. It was just
people be putting
frustrating.
they be putting the macros.
Yeah, I get it, but come on, bro.
Yeah, I think that one dude. I think he's cheating. Okay, level up.
There you go.
I just love how fast this moves. See, Battlefield don't move like this at all.
It does not.
Or maybe
Call of
I
Duty is
need to-
definitely a faster game, but I will say Battlefield's one of those games where you really have to play with a lot of the settings to get it to feel the way you want it to feel.
Yeah, I did notice that. I'm going to give it another shot. I think SylightReel and I need to actually get the whole version.
I think
before
you
could
buy
give
it,
a good
maybe
thing.
we should play some Gauntlet and see how you guys feel about it. You can figure out your settings. You don't have to spend the $80 that games are now if it's not your game.
Which is that's OD that they're that much money, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
It really is, bro.
We've talked about it. Why can't more games follow the Fortnite type model? I understand you got to pay your developers and stuff, but so many games are coming out with the same blueprint and just making roster updates or maybe like storyline updates.
Yeah,
just freaking give us DLC, man.
Yeah,
and like they're making a killing. Like Fortnite's making a killing off of the licensings and the microtransactions. Like if you put some focus into that, they would be crushing. Okay, I see how that guy's.
I think a lot of these companies are looking at the wrong part of the Fortnite model and trying to implement it into a AAA title. So a lot of games now have battle passes, right? And I don't think battle passes are a bad thing, but you can't charge me $10 a season plus $90
plus
for the
game. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have a battle pass that I have to buy every
agree.
season in order to get all of the content for the game, make the game $40, $50. And then I'll happily pay you $10 every 3 months for a battle pass. I got no problem with that.
Fortnite, their subscription is what? Sylight, $11.99.
Yeah, $12.
It's $12, and V-Bucks are fairly cheap. You could spend $8.99 and get what, 1,000 V-Bucks? But see, I don't know. That's like, even if you get 1,000 V-Bucks, that's not going to get you far in Fortnite. But I mean,
that's the 1,000 V-Bucks and a couple levels. That's a skin. You know what I mean? Like you play for a couple hours and then 1,000 V-Bucks. Now you got a skin. But because they give you 100 or 200 V-Bucks every couple of levels, or every 5 to 10 levels that you go up. So that satisfies the casual player, but for the hardcore player,
going back to lobby.
Yeah, bro. This
hey, you got to hit the button and go back to lobby.
You can't do it.
This ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
Yeah, like and to that point, Jotato, like that is wild. Like I pay $70. SylightReel, we pay $70 for Black Ops, and then their battle pass is $30. And then if you want to, now their battle pass comes with 1,100 what they call CP coins, which is cool with the coins. But I'm already, if I want to get that exclusive stuff and the dope guns with the dope skins, I'm already $110 in.
Right.
And then you only get to that point, the 110 CP points, and those 110 CP points are just like 1,000 V-Bucks. Like, you're not going to get too far with those. And you're like grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and try to level up, but I'm already $110 in, bro. Like, it's crazy. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, bro. It's really crazy.
It's a long time ago. I'll have to go back on Twitter and see if it's still out there. I posted something a while back. I want to say it was somewhere around right before or right after 2042 launched, because there was a lot of talk about, man, why are we paying so much for these games? Why are game prices going up? And I had said something around the lines of, hey, look, if you want to raise the prices, fine. I'm cool with it. However, for every month that you don't fix your game, if you're going to release a broken game for $70, for every month you don't fix it, you should give me $10 back.
Give me something.
And
exactly.
I think it's going to get to a point where gamers just stop buying the games. I think we're in that indie revolution right now. Indies are going to continue to thrive.
When we were at TwitchCon, we played this little dope free night game that's on Steam. Oh man, bro. We sat there and played it for like 15, 20 minutes. It was so fun.
Which game was it? Remind me.
Man, remember that game that we played? We were both knights and it was all bloody. And we turned into them big buff monsters. You don't remember?
No,
bro,
I might have been
No, not at that moment, bro. Not at that moment, bro. Yo,
that was TwitchCon. I might have been
Yeah, TwitchCon was different, bro. TwitchCon was so much fun. Man, you don't remember.
Where were we? Were we at somebody's
It was
booth?
like on the corner. We was walking up and it was like sitting on the corner.
No, that was just us playing. That was the game we were playing the whole time.
But we was not spellcasters.
No, that was the one we was playing the whole time. We was like, all right, load up.
You remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the Clash Royale.
No, Sylight. Yeah, we was playing that. We should play Clash Royale on the pod.
Now that
one
yes,
day.
we should play that next time on Game of
Clash
Gospel.
Royale. Next time Game of Gospel we gonna do Clash Royale because me and SylightReel was going
the whole time.
The whole time we was at TwitchCon, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Yo, these mobile games are so slept on so many levels. I know we're about to go into the next segment, but Clash Royale is so good. Clash Royale is so good, and there's another mobile game that I play that's called Royal Match, but they brought out Royal Kingdom from Dream Gamers.
Yep.
It's such a good little match 'em up game. So this girl that anyway, she's at level like 7,000, and I'm sitting here at like 4 or something. Like, what the heck? But yeah, we should actually one day do a full-on episode about mobile gaming because it's still so untapped. It's still so untapped, and there's so much. And now that they actually brought Fortnite back to the App Store, and like it happened on the low. Like they brought Fortnite back into the app stores, Apple specifically, like quietly. Where did that even come from?
Yep.
So Call of Duty Mobile is still a fantastic game. It's still such a good game on mobile. Even Wild Rift is such a good game. Mobile Bang Bang, such a good, it's so many good mobile games, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I actually started playing. I got into this new mobile game called Toon Blast.
I've seen that one.
Toon Blast.
Try it. You're gonna get addicted to it.
All right, so it sounds like
so many good mobile games.
Sounds like we got another episode coming for you guys on some mobile games. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely.
But right now, let's kind of get into the behind the scenes, the ROI of gaming, the grind, if you will. Kind of talking to the students and the parents. There's a lot of ways to get active in these communities, esports communities, these gaming communities, and really get some life skills, some productivity out of what you're doing in these spaces. So first things first for you guys, you're in this, you have a now brick and mortar where kids come to learn esports, content creation, entrepreneurship, STEM. What are some of the things you're seeing from your perspective, either from both the students and the parents, on kind of what the students are getting out of it and what the parents are liking from it, or if anything?
I feel like it's
go ahead, Miles.
I feel like it hasn't really changed. It hasn't really changed much. It just does more. It does more of the same, right? So when I say more of the same, I mean there hasn't been a moment when SylightReel or I have had a conversation with a parent, even before we had FFG Central. There hasn't been a moment where we haven't had a conversation with a parent and they weren't like, "Oh my goodness, I need to get my kid to play video games even more," right? There hasn't been not one time. Okay. So FFG Central is literally the culmination of that on steroids, right? Like when people walk into FFG Central, kids and parents, they are actually amazed that something like this actually exists. Mm-hmm. Especially where we're at in the demographic that we serve, people are utterly shocked that we have a space like this, that we've been able to develop a space like that, and that we have been able to build to get into a space like that, right? And we have some dope things that's about to happen in 2026 with some very great partnerships. However, what we've been able to do with FFG Central is show people that it's possible to make a career out of this particular industry, right? And show folks that, yeah, you can make a living off of turning on the camera and playing video games and being a personality. And you could also make a career of learning all of the things that's underneath of the hood when it comes to esports and gaming, right? And also SylightReel and he talks about it a lot, but not in the same sense that I do, because we both talk about it a lot. We've created a multitude of pipelines from Futures First Gaming. This whole AI revolution, where it's changing the world, and all three of us, we all know, because we all use it every single day, in our various job capacities, right? We've literally built a pipeline where we're bringing people in at FFG Central into gaming. We're playing video games, we're doing other things, even from an educational perspective. And then we're literally sliding in the conversation of a revolutionary technology from with artificial intelligence, man. So, going back to answer your question, the parents there has not been a moment where the parents are like, "Oh shit, what is this? I can't believe you guys." As soon as they walk in and they see the big Jerome lit up, it's game over. It's always game over, bro. So, parents and kids alike are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that this actually exists and we can actually do something like this." And in the gaming space.
Yeah, and I want to bring this up before you jump in. So I actually pulled this image off the NASEF website. This is their little diamond of the different kind of areas where you could make a career kind of in gaming. So sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. What were you going to go in with?
So I'll stay focused on that slide, and then I'll kind of talk about where I was going. So that slide is actually embedded, thanks to NASEF, of course, but that slide is embedded in one of our core wraparound presentations, where we basically say to gamers and to parents, if you look at any other professional sport, right? Like, at the center is the core of that player, right? In this instance, it's a gamer, but in the center of that is the actual player slash gamer. So you think NFL, NBA, whatever.
Mhm.
Think esports, gaming, whatever. Keep these as parallel, right? The 99 point the top point zero, or excuse me, top one half to 1% of the people in that white spot are going to be the ones that are going to go pro in gaming or make, you know, six seven figures, by just playing their video game at the highest skill level. Same thing as a traditional sports league, right?
Mhm.
The top of the top of the top are going to go pro, but just like an NBA, an NFL, an MLB, a Major League Soccer, or whatever, there's a whole economic and job market engine that revolves around them to make them come to life in front of the masses, right? So same thing with gaming. Yeah, you if you are you know, a T, like a T1, or you know, a Ninja or a Booga or whatever. Yeah, you're going to win all the tournaments, make tons of money, get endorsement deals, all that stuff. But if you're not, you can still find an opportunity to support that individual by developing a skill in the radius circles that wrap around that core subset, right? So, whether you want to get into content creation, whether you want to get into entrepreneurship, whether you want to get into strategy, whether you want to get into events, right? Like, just like the NFL, you're watching players play, but there's broadcasters, there's ticket sales, there's concessions, there's coaches, there's strategists, there's you know, media and camera and interviewers and all that stuff. The same thing applies on the esports side. When we make that parallel and connect those dots with parents, like, they are like, what the heck, I never knew
Mm-hmm.
that this existed.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it for regular sports, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that it existed in gaming and
Mm-hmm.
esports. And we're
Mm-hmm.
just like, yeah, well, like, where do you think these games come from? How do you think these YouTubers that your kids are watching get exposure, right? So we connect those dots, and to Malcolm's point, then they're like, oh snap, boy, if you don't, boy or girl, if you don't go turn that game on and figure it out, right? And what we see is now they start to invest in their kids' passions. But even deeper than this slide, the slide that we show after this, we kind of walk through what I talked about, how Booga won the Fortnite tournament and then became a brand overnight, which means he went on a PR and media tour. He got merchandise
Mhm.
at Five and Below. He had a merch line. He got his own skin in Fortnite, and he did all this stuff. Well, as a 16-year-old kid, he became a corporate brand overnight,
Mm-hmm.
which then meant he needed accountants, lawyers, managers, social media management team, physicians,
Yep.
sports psychologists,
Yep.
sports nutritionists,
Mhm.
all of these things to make sure that all he had to do was focus on getting better at gaming. But now he has a wraparound ecosystem that's not even necessarily gaming focused like that NASIF radius. But if you said, I want to be an attorney, I can call my guy Sean down in Florida, who is an
Yep.
esports attorney, and now I can get your son connected with somebody who's a lawyer, but is a lawyer that specializes in esports law. So,
Shout out to Sean.
yep, big shout out to Sean. So, you know, where I was going, you know, to your point, I expanded on the NASIF, and there are tons of resources out there through, you know, a NASIF and other organizations, some of which are competitors are. So I'm not going to give them that much love, but you know, where you can find resources to get your kids pointing in the right direction.
Mhm.
What we're excited about at Futures First Gaming, and I literally on Monday received a video from Kuumba Academy, which is a charter school here in Wilmington, that we designed their esports and technology hub, which is a classroom that they're outfitting with 16 gaming computers, 2 streaming setups, a 3D printer, makerspace, and a VR. And they tapped us to design their whole spring after school curriculum and program, which is going to be 4 days a week, starting in January and finishing out the school year. What they're excited about is the fact that now these kids through this program are going to get a C plus plus or a intro to web development certificate through a coding curriculum. They're going to get a digital marketing certificate through an online marketing program. They're going to use the 3D printer and learn how to make do projects and make different things through 3D printing. And then they're going to get a content creation curriculum where at the end of this course, they're going to design a web page, make some 3D, do some 3D printing projects, have 2 certificates in technology through their program, and they're going to do a video editing project. Now, you can't tell me that these 21st and 22nd century skills aren't setting the foundation for them to have high paying jobs in the future.
Absolutely.
Mm.
That's one thing growing up I should have done. I was in high school. I took an ecom class. We had like a little technology campus that we could go to. They did, computers. They had like shop where you could do construction or auto shop. They had a bunch of different things there. And I did the ecom, and I was learning how to build websites. And instead of taking ecom 2, which I should have done, I went and took some college classes going into college. If I had stayed in that Ecom 2 class, I probably never would have went to college. Honestly, I would have probably gotten a job right out of high school, building websites locally for some local businesses and building that kind of skill set for myself into the future. But, hindsight's 2020. Things happen.
You could do it now.
I could do it now. Could do it now, but we got AI now. I could just build a website with AI.
There you
go. But hey, had I done that, I might not have been here with you guys. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
True.
Malcolm, I think you were going to say something.
Yeah, I just, I'm always amazed at what we've been able to do in this gaming space in such a short amount of time. And like we're still at the tip of the iceberg. And now with, how AI is just really changing the world right now and the things that we could do with it, we're going to start seeing things move at Godspeed. In the next 5 years to a decade, we're going to see the integration of AI more in gaming from a developmental perspective. And obviously there's going to be other dope things that's going to happen from AI. However, just I feel like Sylight, he says all the time that gaming is the great equalizer, and now I feel like it's 2 things that are great equalizers: gaming and AI as well. So I'm just excited to be in a position and be in a space where we could be passionate about these industries and be able to show folks that, hey, you can do this too, and it's possible. Like, the world is your oyster. So this is great. I love it.
Absolutely. And, like you guys said, there's a lot of things you learn kind of in gaming, in these communities that use gaming with intention. Like we were talking about earlier, you learn those soft skills like communication. You could take that anywhere, whether it's gaming, corporate life, just a home life with your relationships, all that stuff. If you play those city builders or those survival games, resource management, learning how to manage, do I have enough of these potatoes so I can survive to the next day of the game? Or do I have enough electricity going to this house so the lights stay on in my game? Or so on and so forth. There's a lot more that at the surface you don't see. And to your point, parents, until you connect those dots for them, they don't see it. They just see my kids, smacking a wall in Minecraft with a pickaxe. What is that serving for him, right? So I think it's I love what you guys do in Delaware, and I think we need more spaces like you guys. Like we have some spaces here that I won't name because they may be direct competitors for you guys, just globally or nationally, that are doing very similar to what you guys are doing in Delaware. They have cybersecurity camps that kids can sign up for. They have web development camps, AI training courses. They do the esports. They do content creation. They host the events at their space. So I think more and more we'll start to see these grow, especially as they start getting into the schools. But one thing I do want to talk about before we wrap up for the day is how can students or kids and parents maybe bring this to their school and say, hey, my kid's into this. We want to build this. What what steps do they need to take?
I'll let
Yeah,
Slight take the reins on that.
yeah, I mean it's a very similar blueprint, um, whether it be or created organically by the school and getting the parents to buy in, or by the parents to getting the school to buy in. The biggest key for success at any school is the faculty sponsors, right? The
Gotta have that
champions at the
ambassador.
school level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have someone who is willing to fight the red tape fight and to lead the initiative at the school. Typically, those are going to be your digital media champion, faculty champion, or your computer lab, leaders, or even some of your coaches. Right now, there could be other faculty. We've seen art teachers, we've seen English teachers, but the majority of time it's going to be folks that are already involved in tech, right? Now, if a student or a parent, like if a student comes home and convinces a parent, "Hey, I want to school A is doing this, we should do this at our school." The parent has already seen this the student has an interest in this space. The parent My suggestion is for the parent to reach out to the teacher who that student has the best connection with and just broker the idea, right? Or the parent to basically contact somebody in the administrative office and say, "Hey, I'm willing to help out or volunteer some time if you can identify somebody at the school who may have some sort of interest in this type of activity." Typically, you're going to start off with an after school club of some sort, right? um, and it'll grow from there. But the key is to foundationally show how this after school club, with potential parent volunteers, but obviously faculty led, is going to appeal to students and is going to drive some sort of learning activity. That's where some of these resources that we've talked about that other organizations have online for free, or even contacting an FFG to say, okay, what does a structured program look like? What are the outcomes, and how do they map to educational standards, right? And so typically, if you can find a faculty champion, that faculty champion is going to know where there is some available classroom space, where there's potentially available stipends or funding for after school programming, whether that need requires some type of student transportation or busing or whatever. Like we've seen some programs not get off the ground just because schools may not have the resources. But it's really identifying who in the school is willing and able and interested and in taking this on, where in the school this can happen, as an after school program, what types of resources are already available from hardware and software, and then what are some potential fundraising opportunities that can happen to help this program grow, whether it be student store, some type of fundraiser, selling pizzas, selling candy, whatever the case is, because this is not a cheap hobby.
Oh,
But like really, those are the four fundamental things that need to be in place for this thing to at least have some sort of life of its own. And all you really need is anywhere from 5 to 8 kids that are going to be committed and want to show up after school. And schools are always trying to get these kids to engage more
Be
at the
more
school
engaged.
Yeah.
level,
Yep.
right? Because when students just come in and leave, right, are the first ones to get on the bus after school, that really does nothing for the after school program money funding opportunities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, the schools are they there are pools of money that are out there that the schools can apply for, whether it be 21st century grants, other technology programs, non-traditional competitive sports programs or esports programs. The more that these kids are looking for things to do after school and the more programs the schools can make available, the more funding that they can go after, at the educational, federal, or even state level. So, have a champion, have a place, for the kids to be, make sure that there's a transportation opportunity available, and make sure that you can demonstrate that these programs somehow tie back to educational standards, and then maybe there's a fundraising opportunity. So that's 4 or 5 components that you know people should try to identify if they want to start an esports program at the school.
Awesome. And I think, one other thing too is, I mean, it, like we talked about earlier, it creates another community, a third space, if you will, for these kids to engage and make friends and meet people. Like you have this space, you might, the high school backup quarterback, maybe he's not on the field a lot, might join this because he plays a lot of Fortnite. And then the nerd that some of the jocks are picking on are also in the gaming community, and they're playing together and make that friendship. And now we don't see that bullying happening as much anymore because we got that connection, or we're bringing people into the fold and creating those safe spaces in the school for these different cliques, if you will, to connect and communicate and kind of drive some of that toxicity out.
Yep.
So just another component that is just a pure benefit for these programs. And last
It's the
thing,
great equalizer, brother.
Yep.
last thing is healthy habits in gaming. Make sure parents, kids, do your stretches, get up, walk around,
Get up, exercise,
do
walk,
some squats,
just exercise.
do them
Game and
finger
get right.
exercises.
Game and get right. Yeah, get up, walk, go do push-ups, do sit-ups, do squats. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of gameplay, which is something that SylightReel and myself, we do call game and get right. Get up and go and move. Like get your steps in all during the day. Cut back on the processed food, like any other, whatever it is that you do throughout the day, man. Just incorporate those things and you'll be fine. Drink a whole
Be
bunch
a
of
hi-
water.
be a highly tuned athlete in everything that you do, right? Like, even if it's not a competitive sport or a true sport, right? You still want to make sure that your brain is stretched, your hands are stretched, your body is stretched. You're running on optimal fuel. Your nutritional self is at the highest level. Because I mean, if you're sluggish, you're gonna be sluggish in the game, and then you're gonna not have a good experience. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, you you might play like I was playing at Call of Duty because you're just
Drained.
you're just drained. So
Tired.
you know what I mean? Like you're tired, or um, your fingers may cramp up if you don't stretch them out. Like so, just treat it as any other physical activity. It's just
Yeah,
it's a
don't
different
don't
type
get
of physical.
yeah, don't get caught up in drinking Red Bulls and you know what I mean, just sitting and drinking Red Bull. Don't do that. Them Red Bulls is crazy. They got a lot.
A lot
Yeah,
of
don't
Gotta
do
be
that
taste.
careful with
stuff.
those.
Yeah, yeah, don't. I mean, and I ain't saying nobody like, hey, don't go ahead and get your Red Bull, but don't drink them Jones every day. No,
Yep.
don't do it.
Don't be addictive. Yeah.
Do
Yep.
not be, do not do that to yourself because man, oh man, it will definitely, it might not affect you now, but a couple years, if you kept that same energy, it's gonna mess you up.
Absolutely. So to wrap it up, guys, I'm gonna throw the socials here on the screen. Again, shooters are out there. Some are good, some are bad, some need a little bit of work. Communities are going to take work. You can do it online, but do it with intention. Don't just throw it up there and expect magic to happen. And then parents, if you're watching, if you're listening, just let the kids play the game, but make sure they do it responsibly and they take care of themselves while they do it. Guys,
play with them.
Play with them. That's it. So make sure you join us on Discord, the FFG Discord. We'll drop that in the show description for you, and you can learn all about what these guys are doing up there in Delaware, and all these resources that you can tap into if you want this for your kid. But guys, why don't you sign us off?
All right, y'all. It's been another fun.
Wait, how are we gonna do this, bro?
No, I was just gonna say it's been another fun episode, and you already know how we get down with it. It's your boy SylightReel, the OG streamer.
It's your boy Malcolmlocs everywhere. Y'all know the freaking vibes.
And I've been Jotatochips. Can I get a GG's?
GG's to my boy Jotatochips.
Yeah. This has been Game and Gospel. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Good night, everybody.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.